What is going on, everyone? This is Kory Willis here, and you are listening to the Breakdown Sportscast. I hope everyone is doing well on a Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Just had a chance to watch a lot of NFL games, of course, knee deep in the playoffs. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Sorry that we didn't get a chance, Chris and I, to do a show. Chris is not here today, so I'm riding solo, but that's all right. I'm glad to be with y'all. Things came up, just got busy, of course, but better late than never, of course, and especially how this off season has been. Of course, I just wanted to kind of go over a couple of things that have happened over the past week or so in the world of college football. So, there has been a lot since me and Chris last did a show for you guys. So just wanted to just kind of go over everything and just kind of see where we're at as of right now. Last time that Chris and I were on the show, we were discussing the departure of Nick Saban and who needed to replace him at the University of Alabama. Well, we got that man. Former Washington head coach Kalen DeBoer has now taken the position at Alabama, and he's going to be the head honcho for the Crimson Tide down there. So, congratulations to him. He is a heck of a coach, of course. Last time when Chris and I were discussing who needed to take the reins as the head coach at Alabama, I was of the opinion that DeBoer was a great choice, but I thought the best choice in terms of just how tough that job is, had to get Lane Kiffin. I know that's what a lot of fans would, good, bad, or indifferent would try to tell you, like, I don't want that Lane Kiffin. But if you're an Alabama fan, you wanted someone like a Lane Kiffin that felt like a splash hire that would do dividends with your recruiting moving forward. And of course, that did not happen. DeBoer is now at Bama, and it's going to be something totally different for him. It's going to be something different for the fan base at Alabama. But hey, change is necessary always. I think DeBoer is going to do a really good job. The only thing I am kind of worried about is what will fans think of him if the going gets tough. I mean, it's already happening right now. I mean, in a little bit, I'm going to talk about it, of course, with some of the departures with Bama in terms of, people going to the NFL or transfers. But, there's some Alabama fans, they are really making, unnecessary cases to try to, frame this guy as, oh, he's not Nick Saban, or, things were better when we had Saban around. Well, those days are over. You don't have Nick Saban anymore. So you got to figure out a way to create a brand new culture at Alabama without Nick Saban. That's something, necessary now, of course. And this, Chris and I talked about it. This was always going to be something looming around the program, and here we are. So, it's a time now. It's a test for the fan base. It's a test for Kalen DeBoer to carve out a new legacy, to really rally behind this program, and take them into the next phase of the Alabama standard. I think there's always going to be a standard, but this is just a new standard. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, of course, with DeBoer being at Alabama. But I'm happy for him. I think he's a heck of a football coach, and I think he's going to win a lot of football games there. So, you know, rally together, Bama faithful, strap on that chin strap, and, you know, root for your new head coach, of course. So, now I can go ahead and segue a little bit to maybe some of the things or reasons why a lot of fans are kind of, you know, kind of looking at this hire as maybe like a negative right now, even though it's not, is, you know, people leaving, of course. There's a lot of people that have left Alabama. I think around 10 transfers. And then, of course, a lot of people have went off into the NFL now. So I think I saw a stat where it was like approximately 41 players have now left Alabama. 41 players that DeBoer has to, you know, fill positions for now. So that's a lot of players. One of the most important players possibly for Alabama was the number 3 quarterback in this year's recruiting cycle for 2024, Julian Sayin. He decided to decommit from the University of Alabama last week, and now he's committed to Ohio State. So he's an Ohio State Buckeye now, of course. And yeah, he's going over there with Ryan Day and another gentleman that I'll mention to you before I head off today, but just a minute before I mention him, of course. But yeah, Julian Sayin, he's a heck of a talent, of course. Yeah, he's going to Ohio State. A lot of Alabama fans are kind of like looking at that as, along with Caleb Downs, who is also going to Ohio State, as like this red flag now, of course. Like, you know, how can he let these great players leave the program like that when we're trying to get back into a national championship discussion? Well, you know, as I said earlier, you know, things aren't what they always, seem, once people leave, of course. People wanted to play with Nick Saban, and once Nick Saban decided to hang it up, that wasn't the case anymore. Like I said, people have to look at it this way with Alabama. I mean, you have a brand new coach, brand new staff that's coming in, of course. You got arguably, a lot of players are leaving. New players are coming in, of course. You're already seeing that right now with DeBoer grabbing a couple of people that was at Washington, of course. So it's it's not it's not like the sky is necessarily falling, of course. So yeah, I should preface that to Alabama fans. The sky isn't falling. You can still win, of course. You have a great coach in the program, and hey, sometimes you gotta let it fly, let it go. See what happens. I believe in Kalen DeBoer, and I think you should too, if you're an Alabama fan. So yeah, I definitely, if I was an Alabama fan, it sucks, but next man up. That's what I always will say on this show, and I will continue saying. So yeah, like I said, so many people are leaving. Caden Proctor, which was a really good, he's a really good offensive lineman that was playing tackle at Alabama. He's going to Iowa. So change is good. of course. So, we very much wish those gentlemen good luck at their next school, of course. And if you're a Bama fan, wish them luck as well, of course. The Bama standard will still live on. It just will look a little different. So yeah, that's all for the transfers. In terms of course, DeBoer's coaching changes. Of course, we got Maurice Linguist. He was previously at Buffalo. He's a part of the staff, of course. Colin Hitchler, he was previously at Wisconsin as the co-defensive coordinator and safeties coach. He's over there at Bama as well. So, I think they have a really good staff that's a part of this new era at Alabama. So time will tell to see what happens, but I do feel like that this is these are the necessary changes for Alabama, of course. So yeah, we'll definitely see what happens. Of course, yeah, Kane Womack from South Alabama, he's a part of that that staff. Yeah, just a plethora of guys, and I don't think he's done yet. So we'll definitely see what happens. But yeah, like I said, if you're an Alabama fan, be very patient with the process. Nick Saban always talks about the process. The process didn't go away when he left. Of course, it's just a new process that needs to be taken into account. So we'll see. Last thing that I did want to mention to you guys about before I head out is Bill O'Brien. Yes, that Bill O'Brien. He is now the brand new offensive coordinator at Ohio State. Yes, Ryan Day decided to relinquish his duties with the play calling for the Buckeyes, and now he's going to be calling the shots. Bill O'Brien's going to be calling the shots there in Columbus. So we'll see what happens with that. Of course, Bill O'Brien is he's definitely someone in the game that he beats. He beats a different drum. I'll tell you that. He definitely has a different tune that he listens to, that he walks by each day. So it's going to be different for Ohio State fans with him being around. Hey, you got Julian Sayin away from Alabama. That always helps. So, we'll definitely see what happens going forward with the Ohio State Buckeyes. But other than that, guys, I appreciate y'all listening in on the show. As always, if you want to listen in on the show, we're on many different streaming platforms such as Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, and Amazon Audible, iHeartRadio, and many other streaming platforms out there. So we very much appreciate y'all listening in on the show. Of course, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the show. That way it helps us know what we're doing and how we can improve the show for the future. So Chris and I very much appreciate it. If you want to follow me on social media, of course, you can always follow me on X at Listen to KSW, all one handle. I'm on there talking college football. NFL playoffs are going on right now. We got the championships about to head our way. So we're about to see who's heading to the Super Bowl real soon. So I can't wait for that. Yeah, I'm just on there talking about a multitude of things, video games, all of that. So be sure to follow me on there. If you want to follow Chris on X as well, he is Chris_Bolton. underscore 12. He's also on there talking sports. Anything you want to talk to him about, he's available for you guys. So yeah, be sure to check us out there. But that's enough rambling for me, guys. As always, I appreciate y'all listening in on the show, and hopefully later on this week, if possible, get in touch with Chris and we can do another show for y'all. That way we can kind of dissect things down a little bit more for y'all. So until next time, y'all take care. Peace.